is the Big O Show.
There he is. How you doing, my brother?
Doing wonderful, As always, another beautiful day in Miami. Can't complain. Enjoying this Jimbo v. Saban.
You follow college football?
Of course.
Before I ask you?
Of course.
You're Ohio State. You're LSU. You're Alabama. Shut up.
Oh, yeah.
Shut the hell up. Okay? You have every resource in the world. And here's the question I have. Let me ask you something. You've been able to work under the table forever, and you're willing to drop off $100,000 in a bag in the middle of the night to some kid's house. So why aren't you willing to give them $50,000 or $100,000 up front and represent your business?
I don't understand.
Like Ruiz is doing. He's giving it to FIU players, FAU players, Florida State players, Florida players, UM players, obviously, in all kinds of sports, and they're representing his company. You would figure schools like Alabama, Dabo Swinney, who's also a little complaining bitch, they would be loving this system because now they can use their people publicly to go after and help them out. Why is it that they're struggling behind the scenes?
For the sake of sportsmanship and amateurism, and doing things the right way. Shut up. Like, it is willful. You're being willfully obtuse if you're a college football coach and you think none of your players have ever been paid under the table by a booster in any capacity. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Saban's little old man versus a cloud argument about the NIL deals. Your quarterback made $1 million before he hit the field. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
You know what's embarrassing,
dude?
You know what's embarrassing?
I'll turn to one of them.
You go after Jackson State. Like, they get one guy.
I'm sorry, you didn't get a kid that wasn't even committed to you in the first place, Nick. Are you sad about that?
He gets 10 of those guys every year. You're worried about Dion getting one guy. $1
million. Like, it is absurd. Like the hypocritical, like the hypocriticism of every one of these college coaches, Dabo included. And I like Dabo. I like Dabo. I know Dabo. I met him. I obviously used to cover him. Met his wife several times. Like, I like Dabo. But the argument about college sports being, losing its amateur status or becoming basically professional sports, it is. I'm sorry. The guys that are profiting off of their name, image, and likeness are the guys who have a future in the NFL anyways. The whole reason that they're in college is to prepare them for the NFL anyways. Who cares?
Yep.
Who cares? It does not matter. Let these kids make some money. You make $9 a year. Let this guy take $25,000, $200,000. I don't give a shit off the top to help his family while he's risking his body.
Amen.
To hopefully get a payday later. Like, it's unbelievable. And
I hate to say this as a UM fan.
That Nick Saban should have been smacked.
I hate to say this as a UM fan.
Right now.
I give Ohio State credit because I don't hear Ryan Day complaining about it, and they're playing the NIL game like everybody else. But they're not pointing fingers or anything like that. This is going to be interesting because there's going to be a lot of ex-Alabama coaches that are going to be unnamed sources, and there's going to be reporters now. All of a sudden, they're going to start getting all kinds of information from unnamed sources, and that's going to open up Pandora's box and investigations left and right. So Nick Saban somebody brought this point up, which was excellent. Dougie Fresh just brought it up on the chat board. That's how Lance Armstrong ended up getting, the foot in the air. He wanted others investigated, and then they said, well, wait a minute, dude, you're the biggest cheater in the world. We're going after you now. And
first of all, shout out Dougie Fresh. Yes, hypocrisy is the word. I know I get paid to do this, but every now and then, I get so riled up that I forget. I lose my vocabulary a bit. Appreciate you. But yeah, it is incredible that sometimes people don't realize that sometimes you can just say nothing. Just say nothing, because I guarantee you there's a section of the sports media industry right now as we speak that is pulling every source they have, every resource they can into looking into Alabama. Did Nick Saban know at all? Did he have any inkling? Can you put him in the same room as XYZ? Like now he is about to get audited. His entire history at Alabama is about to get audited because you had to talk shit about a team you're going to beat by 30 come the fall anyways. So like it just, like I said, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable that Saban would go on such a rant like this or even have the gall to mention Jimbo Fisher or Texas A&M. Like I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
It's like you go after people that know where your bodies are buried. I mean, like, what are you, stupid, bro? So this is just, look, I saw this already and somebody copied it, so I know this is legit. Alabama's athletic budget, $180 million. Nick Saban's salary, $9 million. Jackson State's entire athletic budget, $8 million. JSU player imaginary salary, $1 million. Deion Sanders salary, $300K.
Like you think, like also you think one player. I mean, don't get me wrong. The repercussions of Travis Hunter committing to Jacksonville State can be great for that program because all it takes is one. All it takes is one person to say this is a viable program.
And remember, they're trying to get a new stadium there too, so they're in the middle of all of
it's
that.
Big, but like, let's not play games here and think that one player is going to turn Jacksonville State into some sort of powerhouse. Like they're not about to sneak up on
Jackson State will not ever be a power, but it'll get a little notoriety and it already had it anyways with Deion, dude. Please give me a break, man. And what Deion is doing is actually great for society, not just college football. It's about society, what he's doing. He's doing something great for that community. He's doing something great for that school, for those kids, for those players. That means a lot more to a certain group of individuals more than anything else. And you have to understand the impact that he's making. It's a whole different ball game, dude. So
yeah,
it's just sad. It's just sad that you would, but you know what? In a way, sometimes karma has a way of working its magic, and maybe this is finally that karma that you've been taking advantage and abusing for so long. Now your emotions got the best of you one night and put you in a position that we just saw it with Will Smith. Will Smith was in the middle of the night of his life, dude, winning the Oscar, and he ruined his ultimate night by doing what he did to Chris Rock at that moment. You know what I mean? And again, that's the power of that emotion at that moment takes over, and then you do something that you regret for a long time to come. And you'll see. Saban's gonna regret this. Saban's gonna regret this one. This one's definitely gonna go after him. All right, let's get to some Dolphins. So they're not pads, they're not hitting, so I'm not going to ask you football wise anything that really is shocking. But the obvious one is, some say they see a difference. Some say, like Alan Poupart just came on, he didn't notice anything. Omar Kelly says he saw something different. Did Tua look a little better? Did he look a little stronger? Did the arm look stronger? Did you see any difference whatsoever from the Tua that finished last year and the Tua you saw on Tuesday?
The arm looked a little lighter. That looked a little lighter. There's some zip to his ball. We didn't see him try to push a lot to the outside the hashes. So like I still need to see him. I'd like to see him, send a couple balls to the sideline. A lot of what we saw on Tuesday was over the middle, but good touch on the deep ball to Preston Williams. Great zip on a ball to Mike Gesicki over the middle. Matter of fact, I thought it was about to be intercepted because Javon Holland from maybe 10 yards out read it perfectly. And
just didn't get there in time.
He couldn't get there in time. Ball got there faster. So I thought, he had some zip to it. It wasn't like, I'm not like falling out of my seat watching Tua play. Like, I don't want to.
That's not ever going to be him.
Yeah, I want to temper expectations here. But the ball looked it looked like it had some zip to it. But it's kind of difficult to tell because, and Jalen Waddle looked excellent, but Tyreek Hill is as advertised, the fastest human I think I've ever seen. But they were also cooking Keon Crossan on the outside at cornerback. So like you gotta like again temper expectations here. These are OTAs. You can only put so much stock into this until training camp. Training camp, when things like that start happening, then I would be like, okay, like guys, it's happening. This is real. This is real. But OTAs, we heard Mike McDaniel say that the science supports OTAs not really being so beneficial for veterans. It's just kind of like adding.
I agree with that.
It's unnecessary. Like Xavier Howard is a 3-time Pro Bowler, right? 3-time Pro Bowler, a first-team All-Pro. What does he need OTAs for? With the
Teron Armstead does not need to be running around right now, bro. Let him keep rapping and relaxing. I'm good with that with Teron Armstead.
Yeah. So, and also I see Mike who media reporting policies. I can't tell you who practiced on what team. No, I can't tell you.
I know, but I told him already.
But I can tell you that I saw Jalen Waddle beat Keon Crossan. I'm not going to tell you who else was on the line with him. I'm not going to tell you if it was first, second, third team. But I can tell you, who did that. And if not, then I'm going to get a call from Ann Noland here pretty soon, and I won't do it again. But as far as my understanding of the policy is, yeah, I just can't tell you who's lining up. Guys are mixing in first, second, third team. Like I can't be specific, but I'm not going to tell you.
There's not real hitting going on anyway, so there's really nothing to really talk about anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not like it's not. There's nothing. I don't think I've said anything that like. I don't think I've said anything that nobody else has written already about Tuesday's practice. So, but yeah, there's some major vets that weren't there.
They surprise you. Their size, their speed, their somebody I'm not talking about Tyreek Hill because that's obvious. I'm talking about I don't know Eric Uzakama. If you saw something from him that you're like, hey, wow, wait a minute, or anybody else, bro, anybody
not necessarily, but like you got to remember, we were only out there for maybe an hour. Like we only saw like about an hour's worth of practice. There for an hour and a half, and the first 30 minutes of which are stretching and then position drills. So. No, I don't think that. I don't think so. One thing that I did notice off to the side, though, is Teron Armstead was not participating in practice, but he was out on the field, still coaching guys up on the sideline, like still coaching guys up while they're doing team drills. He's got an unnamed player, in front of him, teaching him technique and showing him like this is how you kick, this is how you slide step, this and that. So that just shows a lot of leadership. Very early on in his Dolphins tenure, I think that's a positive sign.
Was Larnell Coleman taking in that practice well?
From my understanding, yeah, but you can't put too much stock into the line, and without pads or until you get pads on, like it don't really matter. Don't really matter all that much. But I did think that regardless of who he was running routes against, I really did like Jalen Waddle's route running. I think it looks a lot sharper, a lot crisper than last season. But maybe more aerodynamic since he cut the dreads off.
There you go. I was going to ask that. Is he a little more aerodynamic there? Yeah.
It's going to be. It's going to be a fun offense to watch, I think. But again, we've only seen one practice. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be at the next one. We've got a Rider Summit up in Bristol, Connecticut.
Ooh, so fun.
That I'll be at. So I'll try to monitor from afar. You know what I'm saying? But
you can't wait to go to Bristol, huh?
I cannot wait to go to Bristol. No. Hey, look, man, I got American Gold status.
Go to the Bristol Hotel, Route 515. That's the one you got to go to.
I got American Airlines Gold status after the Tennessee trip. No, after the Combine. And I haven't been anywhere since. I've been waiting to use this. So I might bring clubs with me, man. Like I get a free bag now, get free upgrade. Who's going to Hartford, Connecticut airport? Who's going to Bradley International? Man, I might be able to slide in first class on the way there from Miami, nonstop.
Is there a must-go restaurant for you when you go to Bristol?
No.
Okay.
I don't personally have one, but I've only been twice. I've only been twice.
Oh, good for you. You haven't had to go there that much. That's
the thing is, so I went for my interview,
right,
in 2019, and then I went for our orientation training later that July, and then COVID hit, so we didn't have our summit. we usually do like the summit, and then we do that mock draft from the headquarters, and like, we're all on the stage and blah, blah, blah. And but we didn't do it in 2020, and then we didn't do it again in 2021. So I haven't actually been in about 3 years, which is insane to think about. But I actually hadn't even comprehended that until this moment where, wow, I've really been with this company for this is my 4th season. That's a dream come true. But yeah, I haven't been in a while, man. I think we actually just opened it back up, opened campus back up for employees not that long ago. So we're still, it's exciting that we're able to do this. I still got coworkers that I haven't met before. So I'm happy to finally put faces to names and get off the internet and when talking to these people and, really connect, hopefully come back a better reporter, some fresh ideas and fresh coverage plans and all of that.
Okay. All right. Good stuff there. Marcel Louis-Jacques joining us in our Edge Energy drink. Remember, Edge Energy drink, delicious, smooth, 0 aftertaste, only 78 calories, and you can order it at myedgedrink.com. Great elixir, too, with a little vodka, little rum. You're going to enjoy it, too. Also, Edge Energy drink, myedgedrink.com. Use my code Big O to get 10% off of your shipment. All right. So there you go. myedgedrink.com. Give me something at the ESPN complex that you would never think they have this, and they have this. What would it be?
Intramural sports. Full gym, but full basketball court and everything, leagues and all of that. Softball across the street, I believe. See, what else do you think would y'all never think we have?
So
there's a hallway. Okay, I got one. There's a hallway coming from, I forget what the building is called, but the bridge, it's going to where the cafeteria is, and the cafeteria is legendary. Like, I'll try to take a picture of it when I'm there. Okay. But the hallway, there's a touch screen before you enter it, and you can pick your school. And so, like Arizona State when I was there. And it'll play your fight song as you walk through the hallway. And I think it's the coolest thing in the world. That's
super cool, dude. That is super freaking cool. That you get to play your alma mater's fight song and walk through the hall.
This might be my creative brain wishing or visualizing. I want to say there's TV screens or monitors that'll flash images of whatever school you choose as you walk through it, but I could be making that up. I don't know. Okay. But the fight song, absolutely real.
Well, record it next time. When you go up now, hit it and then walk through and record it. That way
I have to now.
And we get to experience it.
There we go.
And really, if you really want to tug at our hearts, you do Canes.
You
do Canes. Yeah, bro. You do a little Canes. Do Arizona State, and then go back again and do a Cane one at the same time. You're in South Florida, bro. You want to endear yourself to the people down here. We know you're a Sun Devil. We respect that. We know you got all the women. We got you. Playboy's #1 party school. We got you. Give us a little Canes love at the ESPN facility. That's all I'm saying.
Well, if there's time.
Wow, if there's time. Wow.
I'm gonna try. It's a rigid schedule, man. A lot of people to meet, a lot of hands to shake.
What's the best food they make in the cafeteria?
See, that one's tough because I've only had it twice. But I know that it's
a short amount of time. What has been your thing?
It's been 3 years. I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Right. But I remember there was a lot of options. There's stations, international pizza, sandwich, and panini and grills, salad, but not just regular salad. You can get a legitimate salad, Caesar grilled chicken and whatever else you want to add to it, chickpeas, whatever floats your boat. But it's extensive. The cafeteria is extensive. And then you just never know who you're going to run into in there. So it's it really is, man. I ran into Kevin and Gandhi over there during my first visit. When we do during our interview process, part of it is you have to do a read, a studio read. And so what they do is they bring you to the NFL Live set, sit you down on the desk with somebody, and then they run it like it's a real show, and they just ask you like live questions. I was a Panthers supporter at the time, so they just they asked me some Panthers questions. I talked to Jack Collinsworth back when he was with us, and like all the while, like they had literally just wrapped NFL Live for the day. So like Louis Riddick is walking off the stage, Dan Graziano is walking off the stage, and Dan actually stuck around to watch that hit and like give me some pointers afterwards. And
He's a Miami guy, right?
I did not. I knew he was an NFC East guy.
He worked for the South Florida Sun Sentinel, man.
Actually, that does sound familiar.
Next time you see him, if you see him up there, he's a South Florida guy, man. Sun Sentinel.
No, he's a great dude. Like we've kept in touch ever since. A great dude. And
I've been very impressed with him because, you know, he did the transition from writer to go and being an on-air guy, and that's not an easy thing for a lot of writers. It's hard for them to do that and be good at it, and he's done a really good job of it. I give him a lot of props. I admire him. He does good work, man. Well, by the way, folks, remember you can order myedgedrink.com, save 10%, use my code Big O to get the best energy drink on the planet. Edge energy drink, delicious, smooth, and zero aftertaste. What are you working on ESPN, folks, so folks can check you out, Marcel?
I've got a story coming out on Friday, more or less previewing what this phase of OTAs and the offseason is all about. Got another one coming next week on fantasy impacts of the Dolphins wide receivers, what to expect from, numbers wise from Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, considering all the options available. Try to juxtapose it against numbers of his pass catchers, McDaniel's pass catchers in San Francisco, and maybe add some reasonable expectations here as we move forward. Then other than that, like I said, kind of rolling with the punches here. It's about that time of year where we get a quick ramp up before it slows to a stop, and then we are right back in the weeds again come the end of July. So just really excited for this next couple months, and it is going to be I'm just glad to be back. I've said it a couple of times, man. This is the fastest off season I think I've ever been a part of. Knock on wood. But Miami is never boring, and that's what my agent told me when I got here, and he's never lied to me before.
That is true. It never is boring. That's for sure. We're always interesting down here. Follow him on Twitter at Marcel_LJ. Catch his work there at ESPN, and of course, catch him twice a week here exclusively with our Edge Energy Drink Miami Dolphins report. You now have the edge. Marcel, thank you. We catch up next week, my friend. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. See y'all soon.
You got it. That's Marcel, Louis-Jacques.